Good day, everyone. So, let's talk about the first attribution in the 21st century, based on the graphic organizer we created. We have the creativity and innovation. So, creativity is when people use their imagination to create new ideas, solve problems, and think of possibilities that no one else thought has before. So, creativity is not genetic trait, but something that a person develop as they continue to learn and grow and use their imagination for various forms of expression, and creativity has no inherent value unless a person manifests into reality. While innovation is the process of taking creative ideas and exploiting their benefit for commercial and financial success. So an innovation can be physical object and a concept to improve or create new process. People innovate to solve problem or make society functionally more convenient. So creativity and innovation are essential in the 21st century. They allow the world to grow, develop, and change over time. And also, it will hold and cultivate the students' capability and holistic thinking skills.
Technology. Modern technologies can be incredibly helpful in classrooms today. As you walk into a classroom, you will be shocked at how much things have changed in just a decade. Indeed, technology is everywhere. It is important to use new learning technologies in appropriate ways. Students shouldn't use technology to prevent them from thinking or help them cheat, but rather, technology should be used to help students access information or think in ways they couldn't have done otherwise. We call technologies that help students think harder for learning. Technology provides students with easy to access information, accelerated learning, and fun opportunities to practice what they learn. It enables also to explore new subjects and deepen their understanding of difficult concepts. And through the use of technology inside and outside the classroom, students can gain 21st century technical skills that is necessary for future occupations. It assesses the responsibilities of students and teachers. In the past, the students are all focused on the teacher and listen to the teacher's words. Now, the teacher focuses on the students who are the center of attention. The teacher's job is to help coach the students as they learn. In the 20th century, the teacher was the active participant. They did all the talking and were the ultimate authority on all topics. While the student was the passive participant, they sat, listened, and memorized. They had very few opportunities to contribute their prior knowledge. On the other hand, in the 21st century, the teacher is now a co-learner with the students. Though the atmosphere of the classroom is still very much up to the teacher, but teachers are no longer just the authorities on topics. Instead, their job is to help or guide students as the students learn through active processes. And then, students learn through doing rather than just listening. Since the teacher is no longer the authority on knowledge, students need to come to conclusions themselves using their critical thinking and creative skills.
The concept of the learner-centered can be defined as first, encourage children's initiative for the learning by stimulating the children's interest. Second, give opportunity to the children to learn by doing, through the incorporation of the experiments in and out of the classroom. And lastly, development of the children's problem-solving skills. In simple words, it is to change from the traditional teacher-centered memorization-based teaching to the child-centered based teaching learning activities.
The next attributes are the critical thinking and problem solving. And before we even dive into the explanation, let me first discuss the definition. Critical thinking, it empowers students to discover the truth in assertions, especially when it comes to separating facts from opinion. Problem solving, it is the act of defining a problem, determining the cause of the problem, identifying, prioritizing, and selecting alternatives for a solution, and implementing a solution. Through these attributes, students will be able to use analysis to gain an understanding of issues in today's world and to comprehend the significant aspects of complex situations set in the future. Problem-solving skill are applied as they focus on possible solutions and develop action plans for those situations. Additionally, students will engage in a more critical problems and situations in learning, but also at the same time, students' comprehension, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills will also be enhanced and improved. Critical thinking empowers students to discover the truth in assertions, especially when it comes to separating facts from opinions. So, from the word facts and opinions, critical thinking plays a vital role of this matter. You might be asking why. It is because in the 21st century, it's harder than ever to verify inaccurate information, mostly the information that is in the internet. So it really needs to have to think critically, comprehend the information carefully, and test the information's validity and the reliability as well.
Collaboration is the practice of working together to achieve a common goal. Collaboration is important because whether the students realize it or not, they probably work with other people for the rest of their lives. Practicing collaborations and teamwork helps students understand and to address problems, pitch solutions, and decide the best course of actions. Students learn that they should speak up when they have an idea. Communication is the practice of conveying ideas quickly and clearly. More important for students to learn how to convey their thoughts in a way that others can understand them. So students need to learn how to communicate effectively, speaking directly to an idea and checking other participants to make sure that they engaged. The point is that students practice communication, they become better and efficient in conveying an idea without losing their point in the weeds, so to speak. Students can streamline their ideas and make positive impression on others around them.
So, the ASEAN country that we've choose is Myanmar. Myanmar became a member of ASEAN country in July 23, 1997. The capital city of Myanmar is Naypyidaw. It was built in the central basin of Myanmar in the early 21st century in order to serve as the country's new administrative center. The Myanmar kyat or chat is Myanmar's national and official currency. It was introduced in 1952 following a series of political and economic reorganizations. One Myanmar kyat is equivalent to 0.00047 US dollar. One Myanmar kyat is equal to 0.28 Philippine peso.
Burmese is the official language of Myanmar, and Myanmar has about 100 languages spoken throughout the country. And their ethnic languages are, first, Shan. The Shan language is spoken by the Shan people who live mainly in Shan state. It is also spoken in some parts of Burma's Kachin state as well. So second is the Karen languages. The Karen languages are a group of tonal languages spoken by about 2.6 million of the Karen people in Myanmar. Third is the Kachin. A significant number of people of the Kachin state of Burma speak the Kachin or Jingfu language, a member of Sino-Tibetan language family. Lastly is the Mun. The Mun language, an Austroasiatic language, is spoken by about 750,000 Mun people living in Myanmar. So today, Burmese is the primary language of instruction, and English is the secondary language taught. And the policy stated that Burmese was to be used as the medium of instruction in schools, and English was to be taught only from the 5th standard onwards. The most prominent group, the Bamars, make up 68% of the population. Other ethnic groups include the Shan, Karen, Mun, Chinese, Indian, and Rohingya. So 89% of the population is Buddhist, with small proportion of Christians and Muslims, both 4% of the population.
The current population of Myanmar, or formerly known as Burma, is 55,220,468 as of Saturday, September 24, 2022, based on Worldometer elaboration of the latest United Nations data. Then the type of government the country has is Parliamentary Republic. The name of agency who took care of their education is UNESCO, or the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. There are approximately 47,000 schools in Myanmar. These schools consist of primary, secondary, lower secondary, monastic, and private schools. Myanmar's higher education sector rapidly expanded from 5 higher education institutions, or HEIs, all under Ministry of Education, or MOE.
The annual education budget of Myanmar, this was on the 2019 and 2020 budget estimates, or BE, for the Ministry of Education accounted for MMK 2,685 billion kyats, or $1.85 billion. The percentage of education budget to their national budget in Myanmar, 8.41% of the total union budget, up from 8.3% of the total budget. The overall literacy rate of adults for the last 30 years in Myanmar was 79% in 1983. The overall literacy rate of adults for the last 30 years in Myanmar was 86% in 1983. The overall literacy rate of female adults for the last 30 years in Myanmar was 72% in 1983.
Let's talk about the school and structure format in Myanmar. Education levels in Myanmar consist of primary, middle, and secondary school levels. Before moving on, tertiary education. Primary school is made up of grades 1 to 5 and lasts 5 years. Primary school education is compulsory for all children in Myanmar. Grades 6 to 9 fall under middle school and lasts 4 years. Secondary school is made up of grades 10 and 11 and lasts 2 years. Length of academic calendar. Myanmar's academic year ends in late February and schools are usually closed from March until a new term begins in the first week of June. The government will open high schools on July 21 and middle schools 2 weeks later. Primary schools are then set to open a week after that if everything goes smoothly, said by Tin Mo Win, Deputy Director General of Department of Basic Education. Teacher to students ratio in Myanmar. Basic education schools for the academic year 2022 until 2023 started to open on June 2. On June 3, there was 5,631,838 students at government schools, monastic education schools, and private schools in various regions and states of the country, accounting of 93.19% of total school enrollments, according to the Basic Education Department. Future plans for their education in Myanmar. The Ministry of Education created a 30-year long-term education development plan to improve the quality of education in Myanmar. The plan aims to inspire creativity, analytical thinking, and desire to learn in students. All subjects and disciplines have undergone review. The 2022 Burmese University ranking of 95 Burmese higher education institutions meeting the following UniRank selection. Rank 1, Yangon University. Rank 2, Mandala University. Rank 3, Yangon Technological University. 4th, University of Computer Studies, Yangon. 5, Yizin Agricultural University. The 6th, University of Medicine 1, Yangon. In number 7, Yangon University of Economics. Number 8, Technological University, Mwabe. Ranked 9, Dagon University. And last, University of Computer Studies.